International Women's Day started as a form of the labor movement in 1909, and the first gathering occurred in 1911, which marks 8th March 2021 as the 110th International Women's Day. International Women's Day is celebrated each year on 8th March and is recognized by the United Nations as a day dedicated to celebrating and honoring the social, economic, political, and cultural achievements and hard work of women across the globe. It is a day to celebrate the spirit of womanhood and acknowledge the barriers that they have had to cross to live an empowered life by advancing to a world of gender parity. The colors purple, white, and green represent International Women's Day by embodying women standing for justice, peace, and hope. The theme of this year's Women's Day is Choose to Challenge. Women are more susceptible to mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, domestic abuse, ruminations, etc. Let's take the time to challenge the barriers to mental health. Hello, I'm Dr. Prerna Kohli, clinical psychologist and founder of Mind Tribe. At Mind Tribe, we offer affordable counseling, support groups, workshops, communities, e-learning, and so much more. Today on Women's Day, let me assure all men and reassure all the women that an empowered woman is powerful beyond measure and beautiful beyond description. Anyone who cannot understand or appreciate this in today's time must have a relook at their ethos. As I was bracing myself for this podcast, I decided that I will not talk about cliches on women's role, and I will only talk of empowerment with some stark figures. As a mother of a daughter, I asked myself, what have I done to empower her? And I realized that the most crucial thing I did was to give her education that enabled her to study computer science in US and then work in a tech company in US. She did this all by herself. Education and education in major subjects is the key to empowerment in today's context. Women empowerment is one of the strategic challenges for sustainable development. Many countries, including India, have achieved gender parity in school education. Every year at the time of declaration of board examination results, we see the headlines of girls having outperformed the boys. However, when we move to the field of higher education, things change very rapidly. The All India Survey on Higher Education by Ministry of HRD, now Ministry of Education, indicates that the enrollment of girls in college in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics or STEM courses is just 43%. This number reduces to 3% only when it comes to enrollment for PhD in sciences and 6% for PhD in engineering. The number of women scientists in research and development organization in India is only 14%. Studies conducted globally have indicated that women represent less than 1/3 of the authorship in publications in STEM subjects. The stereotyping starts early in childhood when the STEM toys are provided only for boys and the girls continue to get their doll houses. This gender stereotyping continues well into the school and college education as well as workplace. Studies have indicated that 3/4 of women believe that men have an innate advantage in STEM fields. This is when we have an all-women team launching satellites at ISRO. Is indeed a matter of very strong gender conditioning. Studies done in various countries has also indicated an inherent but unstated bias towards women in sanctioning of education assistance as well as research grants. The study of Ministry of Education has also thrown up other interesting figures at an aggregate level. Women have a much higher enrollment in MPhil than in PhD. Amongst the teaching staff, there is only 73 women teachers as per 100 men teachers in various colleges. In these colleges, there are only 37 women professors for every 100 men professors. The position in university is even more disturbing, where only 36% of the faculty is women. All this leads to a lesser number of women at the apex position in STEM fields. One study indicates that women occupy leadership position only in 12% of academic institutions and commercial ventures in STEM. Fewer women in top positions means fewer role models for young girls who may otherwise be wanting to pursue these fields. However, there is one piece of happy statistics that I must share. 73% of practicing psychologists are women. This reinforces the fact that women are not only inherently compassionate, they use their compassion to transform lives even of people in distress. A woman, therefore, is a full of universe in herself. Within her lies the power to create, nurture, and transform. On International Women's Day, my message to each woman is that being a woman should be your supreme achievement and not your deepest fear. Celebrate womanhood, fuel yourself with self-confidence, and let that make you soar towards your dreams. My best.